Welcome to According to AI. Today, we will talk about the possibility of building a time machine using artificial intelligence. Can you imagine being able to travel to any moment in history or even to the future? In this video, we'll explore how AI could help us make it happen, what materials we need to build a time machine, and various examples of times we could travel to. So, turn up the volume on your speakers and get ready for a trip back in time with According to the AI. The idea of a time machine has been a recurring theme in science fiction, from H.G. Wells to movies like Back to the Future. But is it possible in real life? Let's start by looking at how AI could help us make this dream come true. First, let's talk about how AI could help us analyze and process data related to theoretical physics and quantum mechanics. These are the branches of science that could explain how a time machine would work. AI could help us analyze theoretical models and simulations to find the best way to build a time machine. Now, how would we build a time machine? According to Einstein's theory of relativity, time is relative and can be affected by gravity and speed. Therefore, a time machine would have to be able to manipulate these factors to allow someone to travel to the past or future. One possible way to do this would be through the use of a wormhole, which is a theoretical tunnel through space-time. AI could help us analyze and find ways to create and stabilize a wormhole to make it safe for time travelers. Now, let's talk about the materials needed to build a time machine. As we mentioned above, a wormhole is one possible way to do this. To build one, we would need enormous amounts of energy, a material that could withstand extreme gravitational forces, and a method of keeping the wormhole stable during time travel. Another theoretical method of time travel is the use of a rotating cylinder. The spinning cylinder would create a twisting effect in space-time, allowing time travel. To build a rotating cylinder, we would need a material that could withstand the enormous centrifugal force generated by rotation. Lastly, a time machine would also require an immense power source in order to carry out time travel. A power source capable of generating massive amounts of energy would be needed to be able to manipulate time. Now that we've talked about how AI could help us build a time machine and what materials we need, it's time to talk about possible destinations for our time travel. First, let's talk about traveling back in time. Being able to time travel could help us answer some of humanity's biggest questions. What happened during important historical events? How did these events affect the course of history? The ability to travel through time could also help us correct mistakes of the past and improve the future. But to what historical periods could we travel? Some options might include ancient Greece and Rome, the French Revolution, the Renaissance, the Victorian era, and World War II. We would be able to see what life was like in these eras and witness important historical events firsthand. Now, let's talk about traveling to the future. Being able to travel to the future could help us better prepare for what's to come. We could see how technology and society will develop and how global issues like climate change will evolve. Some options for traveling to the future could include the year 2050, the year 2100, and the year 2200. We could see how the world has changed and how some of the biggest problems of our time have been solved. Although it is not possible to give a precise date for the construction of a time machine, some experts and scientists have proposed different scenarios and time frames in which it might be possible. For example, some researchers suggest that building a time machine might be possible in the very distant future, perhaps centuries or millennia from now. Others believe that we could achieve it in the 22nd or 23rd century, while others believe that it could be possible even sooner, perhaps sometime during the 21st century. However, it is important to note that these scenarios are purely speculative, and that building a time machine would require significant advances in physics and technology, as well as a deep understanding of quantum mechanics. Therefore, any specific date that is proposed is only an estimate, and there is no guarantee that it will be accurate. In conclusion, although the construction of a time machine is still a matter of science fiction today, artificial intelligence could help us make it a reality. With the help of AI, we could look at theoretical physics and quantum mechanics to find the best way to build a time machine and manipulate space-time to travel through time. Although we can't travel back in time yet, It's exciting to imagine the possibilities it could bring. From seeing important historical events to better preparing for the future, the ability to time travel could change the world as we know it. So, are you ready to build a time machine and take a trip through time? Maybe one day we will achieve it thanks to artificial intelligence. Until next time on According to AI.